Hey, welcome back to the channel, everybody. So this video here, I want to talk about basically the first, setup or build configuration, as people call it, that this car went through. It's basically been into two. The first was a methanol injection setup, and the fuel system basically, as it sits right here, is basically the same as it was then. It's pretty beefy. It's got a couple of 450s. Brand new HPFP, stuff like that. But back then, I didn't have port injection, and it was just methanol. I actually liked that pretty good. The methanol setup was pretty cool because you only used it when you needed it, as opposed to E85, where it's there all the time, whether you use it or not. And unfortunately, the methanol blew my motor. And I only had like 80,000 miles on it, which on these 235s is nothing. A lot of these cars will turn 250, 300,000 miles. And what happened was basically there was a wire that wasn't hooked up, and so the methanol got released into the cylinders and, of course, fried the motor. The setup at that time was pretty much full bolt-on. All of your typical, basically, as it says, FBO, full bolt-on, all of your typical stuff. Downpipe, catalyst. It had. As I said, pre-beef fuel system at the time, air filters, catch can, all that bolt-in stuff, And so that was kind of my first incarnation of this vehicle here. And so I just kind of wanted to briefly mention that before I start talking about the current setup. And I'll go into a lot more detail on that one.